There is something powerful about a person who knows who they are. Someone who refuses to be defined by what the world says, by what their past says, or by what their circumstances say. When you believe in yourself, you unlock the ability to rise above limitations, to push past fear, and to step into the fullness of who you were created to be. Before anyone else can believe in you, you must first believe in yourself. This is where it all begins. The foundation of every great achievement, every breakthrough, and every success story is rooted in a deep, unwavering belief in one's own ability. It's not about arrogance or overconfidence. It's about knowing that you are capable, that you are worthy, and that you have within you everything needed to rise above challenges and claim your destiny. When you look at the most successful, impactful, and influential people in history, you'll find one common thread: they believed in themselves even when no one else did. They held on when others doubted. They moved forward when obstacles stood in their way. They didn't wait for validation, approval, or applause. They decided within themselves that they were going to make something happen, and they acted on that belief. This kind of belief is not dependent on circumstances. It doesn't waver when things get tough. It doesn't crumble under pressure. It is a belief that says, no matter what comes against me, I will not be shaken. But here's the truth: many people struggle with believing in themselves because they have allowed fear, past failures, and the opinions of others to shape how they see themselves. They look at what they've been through and convince themselves that they are not good enough. They compare themselves to others and begin to think they are lacking. They let negative voices drown out the truth of their own potential. But belief in yourself is a choice. It is something you must build daily, just like a muscle. It is developed through discipline, through the thoughts you allow to take root in your mind, and through the actions you take in moments of doubt. It requires looking in the mirror and refusing to see yourself as weak, incapable, or undeserving. It demands that you push back against the lies that say you can't, that you won't, that you are not enough. There will be moments when you don't feel strong. There will be moments when doubt creeps in. But belief is not about feelings, it is about conviction. You must hold on to it when everything around you suggests otherwise. You must fight for it when the weight of life tries to crush it. Because when you truly believe in yourself, you will move differently. You will walk with purpose. You will speak with confidence. You will take risks that others shy away from. And this belief will begin to attract opportunities, open doors, and draw the right people into your life. It will give you the courage to keep going when things don't go as planned. It will keep you steady in the face of criticism. It will remind you that setbacks are not the end, they are just part of the journey. Fear will always try to hold you back. It will whisper doubts into your mind, reminding you of every past failure, every insecurity, and every reason why you should not take the next step. It will tell you that you are not ready, that you are not capable, that the risk is too great. And for so many people, fear wins. It paralyzes them. It keeps them stuck in the same place, afraid to move forward, afraid to try, afraid to believe that something greater is possible. But courage is the antidote to fear. It is the decision to move forward, not because fear has disappeared, but because you refuse to let it control you. Courage does not mean you never feel afraid. It means you feel the fear and take action anyway. It means you recognize that fear is a liar, a deceiver that magnifies danger beyond what is real. It convinces you that failure is final, that embarrassment is unbearable, that stepping out into the unknown will only lead to disaster. But fear does not tell the truth. It creates illusions, and unless you confront those illusions, they will dictate your life. Courage is standing in the face of those illusions and saying, I see you, but you do not have power over me. The greatest victories in life do not belong to the most talented, the most gifted, or the most privileged. They belong to those who had the courage to step forward despite uncertainty. They belong to those who refused to let fear dictate their choices. They belong to those who chose to believe in themselves even when every voice around them said otherwise. Courage is what separates those who live life to the fullest from those who stay confined within the limits fear has placed on them. Fear will give you every reason to stay where you are. It will remind you of every time you have failed before. It will exaggerate every challenge ahead. But courage does not need perfect conditions to move. It does not wait for fear to disappear before taking the first step. Courage acts despite fear. And when you act with courage, fear begins to lose its power. Every time you step forward in faith, fear becomes weaker. Every time you challenge the doubts in your mind, they begin to fade. Every time you take a risk, even when your hands are shaking and your heart is racing, you prove to yourself that you are stronger than the fear that tries to hold you back. Courage is built through action. The more you face your fears, the more you prove to yourself that they do not control you. The more you step out in faith, the more you build the confidence to keep going. Fear may never fully disappear, but it does not have to define your life. The choice is always yours. Allow fear to keep you small, or step forward with courage and claim the life that is waiting for you. Your past is not a prison. It does not hold you captive unless you allow it to. Too many people live their lives chained to what they have been through, believing that their mistakes, failures, and hardships define who they are. They replay moments of regret, dwell on past disappointments, and let the weight of yesterday determine what is possible for them today. But the truth is, your past is not a life sentence. It is not a verdict on your future. It is not a limitation unless you decide to make it one. Every person who has ever accomplished something great has a past filled with struggles. They have moments they wish they could erase, decisions they regret, and failures that could have kept them stuck. But what separates those who rise from those who stay bound to their past is a simple but powerful choice, the choice to stop looking backward and start moving forward. You cannot change what has happened. You cannot go back and rewrite history. But you can decide right now that your past will not dictate your destiny. The mistakes you made, the things you wish you had done differently, the seasons of life where you felt lost or broken, they do not define you. They were lessons. They were moments of growth. They were experiences that shaped you but do not own you. The past is a teacher, not a master. It is meant to guide you, not control you. It can remind you of where you have been, but it does not get to decide where you are going. Many people struggle to move forward because they have allowed guilt and shame to take root in their minds. They believe that because they failed before, they are destined to fail again. They believe that. Many people struggle to move forward because they have allowed guilt and shame to take root in their minds. They believe that because they failed before, they are destined to fail again. They believe that because they made poor choices, they no longer have the right to dream, to hope, to pursue something greater. But the truth is, every single day is an opportunity to begin again. Every single day is a chance to rise above what was and step into what can be. You are not the same person you were yesterday. You have grown, you have learned, you have endured things that have made you stronger. Holding on to the past only robs you of the future that is waiting for you. If you keep looking backward, you will never see the doors opening in front of you. If you keep carrying the weight of past mistakes, you will never be able to run toward the life you were meant to live. It is time to release it. It is time to forgive yourself. It is time to stop letting the past write the story of your future. You are not your failures. You are not your regrets. You are not the mistakes you made. You are the person who survived them. You are the person who is still standing. And as long as you are still standing, you have the power to rewrite your story. Doubt is one of the greatest obstacles to success. It creeps into the mind, planting seeds of uncertainty, making you question your abilities, your worth, and your potential. It tells you that you are not good enough, that you don't have what it takes, that others are more qualified, more talented, more deserving. And if you listen to doubt long enough, it will paralyze you. It will keep you stuck in a cycle of hesitation, second guessing, and fear. It will rob you of opportunities, steal your confidence, and make you settle for far less than what you are capable of achieving. Doubt often disguises itself as logic, convincing you that playing it safe is the best option. It will remind you of past failures, exaggerate the risks, and make the unknown seem too overwhelming to step into. It will tell you to wait until you are more prepared, until conditions are perfect, until every detail is figured out. But the truth is, doubt will always find a reason to keep you from moving forward. It will always tell you that now is not the right time, that you need more experience, that success is for someone else. If you allow doubt to take control, you will never take the first step. The only way to overcome doubt is to act in spite of it. You will never eliminate it completely, but you can refuse to let it dictate your decisions. You do this by choosing to trust yourself, by stepping forward even when you feel uncertain, by reminding yourself that doubt is not truth. You've already overcome obstacles. You have already proven your strength. You have already faced challenges that once seemed impossible. And every time you did, you grew. Every time you stepped forward despite fear, you became stronger. Confidence is not something you wait to feel before taking action. It is built through action. The more you challenge doubt, the weaker it becomes. The more you step forward, you realize that most of your fears were only illusions. You begin to see that you are capable, that you are prepared, that you do have what it takes. You stop waiting for permission, for external validation, for someone to tell you that you are ready. You start believing that you are enough as you are, that you can figure things out as you go, that you don't need every answer before you begin. Doubt will always try to hold you back, but it does not have to win. It only wins when you choose to listen to it. It only wins when you let it silence your dreams, your goals, your ambitions. But when you push through it, when you act despite it, when you refuse to let it define what is possible for you, doubt loses its power. You take control. You step into the future that was meant for you, and you prove to yourself that you are capable of far more than you ever imagined. The words you speak to yourself shape the life you live. Every thought, every belief, every internal conversation is either building you up or tearing you down. Too often, people allow negative self-talk to dictate their actions, their confidence, and their ability to succeed. They tell themselves they are not good enough, that they will never make it, that they don't have what it takes. And over time, those words become reality. They become the limits that hold them back, the barriers that keep them from stepping into their full potential. Your mind believes what you tell it repeatedly. If you constantly fill it with doubt, fear, and insecurity, it will begin to accept those things as truth. You will hesitate, second-guess yourself, and shy away from challenges because deep down you have convinced yourself that you are not capable. But if you make the decision to change the way you speak to yourself, you can change the way you move through life. When you start speaking words of belief, strength, and possibility, you begin to rewire your mind. You start to replace fear with confidence, hesitation with action, and doubt with certainty. The way you talk to yourself matters more than the opinions of others. People may doubt you, they may criticize you, they may not see your potential, but their words do not have power over you unless you allow them to. What matters is what you choose to believe about yourself. If you believe you are capable, you will act accordingly. If you believe you are worthy of success, you will pursue it with confidence. If you believe you can overcome obstacles, you will face them with resilience instead of fear. Everything begins with the words you allow to take root in your mind. Changing your self-talk is not about ignoring reality or pretending everything is perfect. It is about choosing to focus on what is possible instead of what is limiting. It is about reminding yourself of your strengths, of what you have already overcome, of the potential that lies within you. It is about refusing to let temporary setbacks define you. Every great achiever, every person who has accomplished something meaningful, has had moments of doubt. The difference is they did not allow those doubts to control them. They silenced the negative voices by replacing them with words of power and self-belief. You must become your biggest supporter. You must remind yourself daily that you are strong, that you are capable, that you are enough. When challenges arise, instead of saying, "I can't do this," say, "I will find a way." Instead of saying, "I'm not ready," say, "I am prepared to grow." Instead of saying, "I always fail," say, "Every setback is a lesson that makes me stronger." Your words shape your reality. If you speak life into your dreams, if you speak power into your mind, if you choose to believe in yourself, nothing can stand in your way. You have everything you need within you to rise, to grow, to succeed. Your past does not define you. Your doubts do not control you. The words you speak to yourself have the power to shape your future. It is time to stand in your own strength, to silence the voices that say you can't, and to move forward with unwavering belief in who you are becoming. The road will not always be easy. There will be moments when fear whispers, when obstacles seem too great, when the weight of uncertainty feels overwhelming. But in those moments, remember this: you are stronger than you think, more capable than you know, and destined for more than you can imagine. Step forward with courage. Trust in yourself. Refuse to let anything hold you back. The life you dream of is not beyond your reach. It is waiting for you to believe in it, to believe in yourself, and take the first step toward making it your reality.